It's the Allstate Sugar Bowl Prep Football Roundup here on WWL. It is the 8 o'clock hour, which means it is time for our Allstate Sugar Bowl interview of the week. John Sudsbury sets these interviews up each and every week for us here on the Prep Football Roundup. We're talking with people from past participants in the Sugar Bowl to those who are involved in the Sugar Bowl to those who are involved in the college football playoffs. And tonight, we got one of those guys. We got Britton Banowsky with us here tonight. Britton, for those of you who don't know, is the first executive director of the College Football Playoff Foundation. He currently works on one of the capstone projects of the college football playoffs, which is called Extra Yard for Teachers. Now, before working for the college football playoffs, he was the commissioner of Conference USA. Prior to that, he was actually the general counsel for the Big 12. And before that, he was the commissioner of the Southland Conference. Britton, from one Esquire to another, welcome into the program. We're so glad to have you on tonight. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So, Britton, look, I am the son of a teacher. I'm the grandson of two teachers, so teachers hold a special place in my heart. So tell our listeners, in connection with the College Football Playoff Foundation, the Extra Yard for Teachers program that you're involved in, tell our listeners what that program's all about.
Okay, sure. So it goes back to the time when the CFP was created, and a few of us around the room decided to talk about a community investment element of that. It's such a huge, massive platform, the largest stage in college football. And so we decided it'd be a good idea to do something with the opportunity we have to give back to the communities that we're engaged with. And then within that, we decided to focus our attention on K through 12 educators. We felt like teachers across the country were, generally underappreciated. And we thought we could use the big platform to lift them up. So we partner with bowl games, universities, conferences, ESPN, really anyone in the sports space, and try and kind of, through those partnerships, leverage resources and recognition for teachers.
Britton, that kind of undertaking's got to be massive. What was it like to try to get all these people together and all these resources together? Was that an undertaking that took a lot of time?
So we've grown it incrementally over the last 5 or 6 years. We started with just kind of doing something in the host city. In year one, the host community was Dallas, and we did something really pretty basic, but we didn't involve the other conferences, and we didn't involve universities, and we didn't, have a vision for going big with it. But then over time, we've added new sectors in the sports world. We've created a lot of relationships with nonprofit educational organizations, and we're just trying to, put a stake in the ground for teachers. We're blessed to have such a big, opportunity here with the college football playoff, and people know what that is, and they know it's a big deal, and they know there's a lot of resources flowing through it. So they're happy to kind of join us, come alongside us, and help us do some great work.
Well, as you mentioned, teachers, one of probably, if not the most underappreciated professions. They put in long, hard hours. Our coaches on Friday nights that we talk to, teachers as well, coaches as soon as school ends. What are some of the resources and the things that Extra Yard for Teachers lends to them and assists them with in the process?
Sure. So we have 4 pillars, really. We recognize that teachers don't have the resources they need to be successful in their own classrooms. Oftentimes, it's just scarce resources, particularly in underserved areas. So we drive a lot of resources right into the classroom, and we let the teachers decide what projects are important to them, and then we provide funding for those projects. I think we funded almost $8 million worth of teacher projects over the last few years. We use the platform for recognizing teachers. It's really easy to create a quarter break at a football game or to talk to ESPN about doing something on air to showcase teachers. We have a championship game, so we bring all of the teachers from all 50 states, the teachers of the year from all 50 states, and a guest to the game, and honor them on the field before the game as kind of a symbolic gesture of our support for teachers. Professional development, we support teachers' efforts for professional development. And then one of the things that is of significant concern to us is the diminishing supply of teachers in America and the shortages. And when we sat down with our friends at the Sugar Bowl and the folks there in New Orleans about how we can best make a difference in that community of New Orleans, they identified teacher turnover and the teacher shortages as the number one thing in Orleans Parish. So the facts were really startling. Over a third of all the teachers turnover every year. Wow. So if there's not stability in the workforce, then you're not going to have really good educational outcomes. So we were blessed to be able to partner with the Sugar Bowl and invest millions of dollars in not only a program to recruit more teachers into the system through Teach New Orleans, but also we put a lot of energy and effort in retaining the teachers, the good teachers that are there in the system already.
So basically in connection with the Sugar Bowl, I guess that was last year, the college football playoff championship here in New Orleans. So the foundation and Sugar Bowl collaborate on the recruitment and retention of teachers in the New Orleans area. And the project, I'm assuming, so far has been successful.
It has been. We set some goals. You know, we're blessed to be able to work with an organization called New Schools New Orleans, and our friend Alex Jarrell is kind of leading that effort for us, and he's done an amazing job of pulling what is really an interesting educational ecosystem, all those charter schools. I think there's 86 schools that are all part of kind of a broader charter system, pulling them together and saying, let's create a centralized recruitment strategy. Let's, make sure we're sharing information. Let's make sure we have the human resource supports that we need so we can keep the great teachers that we have and then, bring new teachers in and make Orleans Parish a place where teachers really want to be. That's awesome.
Well, Britton, a lot of people wake up in the mornings and they're not really happy to go to work. Some people, just flat out don't like their job. But a job like that you have, $47 million in grants, aid, resources given to teachers. You've impacted and helped over 400,000 teachers at 40,000 schools, impacting the lives of 8 million students. That's the job that you probably wake up in the morning and say, I can't wait to get to work and help people.
I do love my job. I feel blessed to have it. I feel like it's the best job on the planet. But, it happens because we have people at the Fiesta Bowl that are very generous, people at the Rose Bowl that are very generous, Sugar Bowl, ESPN, conferences, the 10 conferences in Notre Dame are incredibly generous with their resources. And they all want to help. They all think teachers need their help, and the cause is a great cause. So it's wonderful to be able to drive that impact, but it happens through 100 different partnerships. And so that's really the fun part, is being able to work together with others.
Well, Britton, look, thanks for joining the show tonight, man. I know you're busy. We appreciate all you do with the College Football Playoff Foundation, Extra Yard for Teachers, all your hard work, and everything that you've done out there. Thanks so much. And again, it was a pleasure having you on the show tonight.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
There you go, folks. Britton Banowsky with the College Football Playoff Foundation joining us tonight. Stick around. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more reports, more scores, and finally, more coaches here on the Allstate Sugar Bowl Prep Football Roundup on WWL.